take a look at this little civil site plan. And we're gonna draw part of this. First, we're gonna draw the property lines. Then we're gonna put a building pad in here. We'll note the setbacks, and we'll put some of these elevations and things like that on there. So let's take a look and see how we would do that. First of all, due east, if I started here and drew a horizontal line, that would be due east. North, south, east, west. Okay, so I could start there and then draw due east, and I would go 63.5 feet. Okay, notice that 63.5 feet. These are decimal feet. That would be the same as 63 feet 6 inches, because 6 inches is half of a foot. But we're going to use Revit, and we're going to use decimal feet. Once I get to here, I would go 115 feet, so I could draw a line 115 feet long, and I would draw it going north, and then I would rotate it 3 degrees, 15 minutes, to the west. That's how you read that. Remember, there's 360 degrees in a circle, and there are 60 minutes in each degree. Once I got up here, I could draw due west 160 feet, due south 75, and then I would just close this up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that in Revit. Let's see if I can get that done and going. So let's open up Revit. I've opened it up, and I'm going to do a new model or a new project. And I'm going to choose an architectural template, Imperial. That way it's going to know feet and inches. And I'll open that up. And I'm going to save that as site plan. Something like that. Okay, it takes a little while to open up. It does a lot of work. Then I'll show you a little bit about this. So there's File, Save As, a project. And I need to put it in my W drive somewhere. There we go. And I'm going to call this site plan. So this area is your model. That's what you're seeing. And these are all view ports to the model. So right now I'm at level 1. That's like 0 elevation. Level 2, 10-foot elevation, and site plan. Let's look at the site plan. And I can hide these because those are just markers for where these elevations are looking at. So I can hold my mouse button down, highlight, right-click, hide in view. I don't eliminate anything. I always hide that whole category of things. There we go. So this tells you what you're looking at as part of the model. It's your project browser. And this tells you all about that view. So it says here my view scale is 1 inch equals 20 feet. It's probably okay. 1 inch equals 20 feet will probably fit just right. So let's go ahead and just leave that alone. Okay, and this is my project origin. So now I'm set. I'm on site plan. I can rename that. I did a right click, rename, property lines. So I'm going to draw the property lines. To draw property lines, there's a very cool way to do it. So on massing and site, and here are property lines. And I can just type them in. This is so cool. So my first one, as I recall, was 63.5 feet. And due east, that would be north 90 east. I always start with north-south. And so if I want to go due east, I have to twist 90 degrees to the east. Let me do another line now. My next one is 115 feet. And I start off going north. And then it was 3 degrees. So I'm going to type 3 space 15 minutes. And that was going to go west. My next one was 160 feet. I do put that in. And it's north 90 degrees to the west. And then I've got 75 feet. Oops, get that on there. 75 feet. And this one, I'm going to go do south. South. And I'm going to go 0. I'm going to go due south. So I don't have to change it. I don't have to twist. And then I can do my additional line to close. There we go. I think I've got it. Isn't that cool? And I can put it right there. Hold my scroll button down. There it is. There's scroll in and out. Hold that middle wheel down. I have property lines. That is so cool. So fast. I better save it because I did something good. Now I'm going to annotate. I'm going to put my property tags on. Tag by category. And I'll click a property line. It says, oh, I don't have one. So yeah, let's load it. Those are called annotations. And they're civil engineering. And there are property line tags. So I just click on that. Click open. Now I can click each of the lines and it actually tags it for me. And I don't have to make it look exactly like that drawing. If I hold my control button down, let me do this again. I hit escape a couple times. I picked one now. Click, and I'm going to hold my control button down. And you can see over here all about that property tag. There's leader lines, and I'm going to make them not show. It just looks a little nicer. And now I'm using the arrow keys to move them closer to the lines. Now I want those to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to go right click, override the graphics for that entire category of things. And they're the projection lines. And let's just make them a little bit darker and a little bit heavier. I think I usually go like 6 or 7 or 8. There we go. Huh, I got a really cool drawing now. That is cool. So there we go. I've got it. So now there's one other cool thing I like to do. I'm gonna go ahead and draw those offsets, those setbacks. Okay, so that's a detail line. And I'm going to, I think I have to, here's my offset command. I don't think I can do those. So I actually need to draw some lines. Okay, so let's go back to annotate, detail a line. And I'm actually going to draw some lines. I'm going to draw some lines all the way around. Now I can offset those. Detail line, offset. And my offset to the front is 30 feet. And my offsets to the side are 10 feet, I think. 10 feet. And if I need to make this corner, I can do that. Now I can eliminate those ones that I started with. Now the only problem is those are not the right type of line. So I'm holding the control key down while I click on them, and I can change those line styles. I'll do hidden lines. There they go. I've got them. That is so cool. And now my last little annotation, which is going to be a detail line, it's going to be a box, and it's going to be 36. I'll just draw a box, and then if I click on it, that one's 24 feet, and this one's 36 feet. And now I need to draw a line from here over. I think it said 40 feet. And so those have to move. Here's my move command. Move. See if I can get it on that endpoint. See if I can do that again. Let's move that to the endpoint. There it goes. And now my other one is 50 feet. Annotate, detail line. So let's get those ones now to move. Down to that. There we go. Now I'll just delete those. Those are in the right place. And those ones are also supposed to be kind of dashed lines. They're just showing, so I'll make those ones hidden lines also. So that's what we want to show. Now I can put some dimensions on. I'll go aligned. There it is, 40 feet. There it is, 50 feet. And then if I want to put some text on, I can use this little leader. That's pretty big text. I can pick 3/32. So you'll see I'm just kind of like using the tools. Front offset. Is 30, oh, setback. We call that a setback. Side and rear setback. It's 10 feet. And then I just click somewhere. There we go. That's what I want you to be able to draw. And you can just take a snip of that and you're set. Okay, there you go. That's your property lines drawing.